and I had Carolina plus 5.5. Yeah, that was easy. 30-0. They put out a shutout against Atlanta. Now, this is surprising, even though for me, I actually think Carolina is better than most people give them credit for, and I think that Atlanta is actually a little overrated just because a lot of people haven't won the division, and they think Michael Penix is the answer. I don't know about that yet. I think it's just a slight overrated, and I think Carolina is just slight underrated. But 30-0, there's something going on here. I mean, don't get me wrong. Divisional games are supposed to be tough. Carolina does play well at home. They have a good crowd base. They really do. It's harder to play at that stadium than you think it would be. But 30-0. Michael Penix Jr. gets replaced. He's 18 of 36, 172 yards, no tutties, 2 interceptions, 40 rating, which I actually, it's not very often I can say I could have done better. I might have thrown a couple screen passes, and I'd have got murdered. My legs would have got broken. I'd been thrown out. I would have went to the hospital. But those 2 screen passes I threw, I think would have got me a better than a 40 rating. And I'm not trying to beat up the guy, but it's just something's going on. And I've always been of the belief that once the league figures out Penix Jr., once they watch a little film and really understand what they're doing, I think that there is going to be a drop-off. Have we seen the beginning of that? I don't know. But this can't happen if you're Atlanta. There's got to be some red flags. There's got to be warnings going off. Kirk Cousins comes in and thinks and dunks 5 of 7. I don't know if they're going to go back to him next week. You might have to. You're paying him a ridiculous amount unless you're wanting to just trade him off. And if you're wanting to continue to ride with Penix, which that's fine. You've already let Penix have, 5 or 6 starts now, 7 starts, something like that. So, I mean, he's done well enough. He's probably earned it, but I don't know. I don't know what you do there. That's very strange. I mean, you're running the ball well. Bijan Robinson averaging 5.5 a carry. Nathan Carter averaging 6.5 a carry. Even Penix, when he runs, he only ran twice, but averaging almost 5. I mean, almost the team is averaging 5.7 yards a carry, so running's not the issue. I don't know if maybe they just don't have enough weapons, which doesn't seem right because you've got Drake London, you've got Kyle Pitts, but now, I'm starting to kind of wonder, is Kyle Pitts ever going to be what we thought he was going to be? I don't know. I just don't know if he's ever going to get there. When we look at Bijan Robinson out of the back, I mean, Bijan Robinson is just that tool that you can use out of the backfield. He can run. I don't know. There's something going on in Atlanta, and obviously being a Tampa guy, I'm not going to feel one way or the other if they figure it out. But if they want to figure it out, there's just something missing here. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's coaching. I don't know if it's just lack of effort. But 30-0, you can't get shut out. Not by a divisional opponent, especially not by a divisional opponent like this. Tampa would have stung. New Orleans Saints, oh my goodness, you'd have to fire everybody. So I don't know. Now let's talk about Carolina, because this is a big positive for Carolina. You're at home. You score consistently in every single quarter. Bryce Young, 16 of 24. You didn't ask him to do too much. That's another thing as well. 121 yards. That's all it took to put up a 30-burger. Interesting. As a team, they averaged 3.7 yards a carry. Wow. Okay. Their leading receiver, McMillan, 3 receptions, 48 yards. So what happened? Well, what it comes down to is you have a fumble that's lost. Carolina had a fumble that was lost. Yes, there you go. That's your 2 main ones. Carolina had 2 interceptions, but is that worth a 30-0? I don't know. Atlanta has the Commanders next week. It's a tough game. If you go 3-1, it's going to really sting. It really is. I think if you go 3-1, that's going to pretty much guarantee the Buccaneers the division. I do, which, hey, I'm okay with, but I mean, when you're looking at Carolina, that might be 1-3. If the Saints are 0-3, 0-4, I think that's just going to pave a way. The Buccaneers are 3-0 right now. We'll talk about them in a minute, but really embarrassing showing by the Falcons yesterday. If you're a Falcons fan, I do have sympathy for you, regardless of what. That's rough. It's rough to watch your team get completely blown out, shut out by a really what most people think is an inferior team. If you're a Carolina fan, good for you. Today must be a really good Monday. I remember these Mondays back in the day, so enjoy it. You deserve it. Have a cocktail, enjoy yourself. That's good stuff.